Utah is home to 5 national parks and 7 national monuments. But there is so much more than these attention-grabbing places. Lake Powell, one of the nation's largest reservoirs, has been undergoing massive changes. So I decided to organize a trip to explore these canyons that are re-emerging as the reservoir dries up.
I'm currently en route to the Escalante area of Utah, meeting up with an old buddy of mine, a friend from Flagstaff. Together, we're gonna go on a hiking, backpacking, and pack rafting trip on Lake Powell. The lake is at historically low levels, so we're taking this opportunity to go hike through some canyons, and we're gonna go use these incredible tools known as pack rafts to explore some of the crazy remote terrain and see what we can find.
Accessing our mission is the name of the game. Simply getting to the canyon is a challenge. With 50 miles of rugged off-highway driving, we're leaving civilization behind to explore the last area in the lower 48 to be mapped.
No. Ooh, look at that, baby. So I got here just in time. Literally, as soon as I got the van parked and leveled and everything was set up, the sun was going down. We got a little pop of color out here. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a cold, blustery night, so I'm thankful for the fire. And I'm ready for Jesse to get here because as soon as he gets here, it's time to make some burgers, and eating good while camping out here in a place like this, there is nothing better than that.
We had a good time. Yeah, I mean, the road was good.
So Eric called me up and said he had a canyon adventure in mind and was looking for somebody to go. And I always know when Eric has an idea that it's gonna be a fun time. I also knew that it meant we'd be getting into an unknown number of obstacles and potentially really difficult conditions, so I said, sign me up.
It's been a while since I've seen Jesse. It's been a couple years now. We used to share an office space and be kind of in the freelance photography world together. It's just really good to see an old buddy of mine and to be out on a proper adventure together.
It's Adventure Day. We're about to set off for 4 days of backpacking and paddling through some incredibly challenging terrain. So it's really important that we do our final gear checks before we descend into the point of no return.
Jesse and I have actually been pack rafting once before. I learned something very important on that trip. I was like, I'm gonna save some weight and space by only taking one part of my paddle. I was behind, I think I finished 2 hours after everybody else because I had to go to the side of the canyon, pack up and hike it.
I did the same. I hiked with you for a while, Eric. But the reason was, for me, not only did I have half a paddle, I was also paddling an inflatable yellow duck. I'm really happy to have a proper boat this time. It makes a huge difference.
Jesse's tailing behind me. We're setting up a shuttle right now. So we're gonna leave my baby where we're gonna finish. And I think we're in for a good one out here. All right, Jesse, it's time.
Oh yeah.
Time to carry monster packs.
Right down in there, huh?
Yeah, I think it literally starts slotting up pretty close to right off the bat. Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So Jesse and I set off from the trailhead and immediately we're met with a slot canyon. The canyon here wastes no time getting serious and we have to be ready to commit, because once we start making some of the drops, there's really no getting out of the canyon until we get around to the other exit point.
Woohoo! What do you see?
Right here, I think this is the actual point of no return.
It looks like a sizable drop there.
It is just slow going. We physically can't fit through some of these canyon spaces without getting our bags off of our backs and lowering them down these tiny little chimneys with the rope that we brought. And it is just frustrating, slow, painful at times, but we are also just having a blast doing it.
All right, on to the next one.
Which is right there.
It pretty soon got so tight that you almost couldn't walk straight. It was like you wanted to turn sideways. I've been in plenty of tight and narrow canyons before. What was different about this one was the size of our packs. Just added a whole lot of weight, a whole lot of bulk that really made everything way more difficult than what I was expecting.
It is just extremely challenging terrain to move through here. It's 4 points of contact and then some. We're just scraping our way all through this canyon. It's really slow going, but super photogenic and super beautiful. I'm having a great time. Whoa, I think we might be done.
That's the end of the Narrows already.
Good job, dude.
So then we come through and we're thinking, well, based on timing, that might have been the whole canyon. So we're feeling good. We're feeling in good spirits. Like, okay, we did this.
It's getting tight again.
Oh man, I guess we're gonna lose more material off our packs after all.
Of course, only a few minutes later, the walls constricted on us again. We're back into another stretch of narrows that proved so much longer, so much tighter, and with way more vertical drops than the first.
And this is the actual canyon that's the big one, the one that everybody worries about because it could be containing water. It's much more committing, much bigger drops, and for a much longer duration of time.
Jesse, you think we're gonna have to do pack off side shuffle?
I think so.
Oh geez.
We're all still feeling pretty good. We're in high enough spirits, but we realize that we're really running low on light. And if this canyon does go on much further, we could actually be in some trouble. No place really to camp. We're getting low on water.
What are you seeing?
It's a pretty tall, pretty tight squeeze. Definitely the worst we've seen so far.
Yikes.
So this one's bad enough, but it gets worse.
I'm definitely starting to get a little concerned about how slow we're going and just the nature of the canyon. You know, it's taken so much time and effort getting through. Just gotta keep moving.
Probably the toughest part of the whole Narrows is this one vertical drop that's not even as wide as our backpacks are, really. We have to actually take things off of and out of our packs to make them smaller and make a row out of the three of us to pass the gear over our heads and then down a slot.
That's hard, man.
That's really hard. Woohoo! Yeah. Woo. Oh, I see what you're saying about that slide. Woo! Oh, that was a mission. Good job, Jesse. Good job, Max.
Gloriously, finally, at last, the canyon eases up on us.
We emerge into a wider part of the canyon. We can see wide, dry sand.
Ooh, I love it. Woohoo!
Dude, I think we're finally out of the Narrows.
Oh my God, that was felt like it was never ending.
Just look at it from here. It looks as torturous as it was.
So we filled up water from a little depression in the canyon, and then we go on and do our best to find camp. It's dark at this point. We have to throw on headlamps and start hiking in the dark. Finally, at last, we decide we're calling it. We set up camp for the night.